Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about Sony wants Spider-Man 4 to be yet again another No Way Home type movie where Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland all appear once again in the movie. And you know what? That reeks of desperation. But you want to know something, Sony? You brought it on yourself. Let us get to the bottom line of all this, and that is having a Spider-Man universe with no Spider-Man was the dumbest thing they could have done. You need your central hero in everything, but they no longer have him because they let Marvel borrow him. Now, of course, he is Marvel's property to begin with, but when they went through bankruptcy back in the 90s, they sold him off to Sony. And Sony was doing good for a while with the Sam Raimi movies. I love the first two. The third one is alright, but it's pretty good. Then after that, they did not like the third movie. They rebooted it with a brand new director, Mark Webb, and he made The Amazing Spider-Man. A different departure of the Spider-Man origin and what we know, but the first one was pretty solid. It was pretty good. Then came that second movie. Basically, they dipped their toes in the second movie, trying to build a universe, trying to do the whole Sinister Six thing. But even then, the second movie was just dumb. Electro was a terrible villain. I could not believe the performance that was given. Then again, they went back to the whole Green Goblin thing, but they changed it around because they didn't want to be like Sam Raimi's Goblin. So they did the whole Harry Goblin thing first, the death of Gwen Stacy, trying to build a Sinister Six, and it just did not cut the mustard. So Spider-Man was on hiatus for the longest time. And then, of course, we all wanted the property to be reverted back to Marvel. But they would not give him up. But they let Marvel borrow them for the MCU. And we was all happy and excited when he showed up in Civil War. It was cool, it was awesome. But for me personally, after that, I was not happy no more. I don't like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies because they're not really Spider-Man movies. They're more influenced by Iron Man. They'll bring in his classic villain, sure, but it has ties to Iron Man. The suits are all different, more tied to Iron Man, and they make the suits and blah, 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 blah. And he's basically Iron Man Jr. So I was just not a fan of his solo movies. I like No Way Home, but I don't own it on DVD. But No Way Home was a good step for them making a more grounded Spider-Man. And that's what Kevin Feige and Tom Holland wants to do. They want Spider-Man 4 to appease the fans and be an actual Spider-Man movie. But Sony don't want that. But you know what, Sony? You brought this crap on yourself. When you meddled in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, when you meddled in Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi movie, then you tried to create an entire universe without Spider-Man, a Spider-Man-less universe. You created Venom. I still haven't seen none of the Venom movies. I don't want to because Spider-Man's not in them, and I don't want to see the origin messed around just so you can fit it in your own continuity. Trying to make Venom the new face of your Spider-Man universe did not make no sense. He is too connected to that of Spider-Man. It's kind of like when The Rock tried to make Black Adam the face of like DC. You cannot make Venom the face of your what is it? Your Spider-Man like less universe and everything. Making him into a vigilante was weird. People didn't like the second one. Then came out Morbius, and I have not seen that. I will not see that, and people say it is utter garbage. Craven the Hunter is coming out, but I could care less. And now Madam Web is coming out, where you have like three or four Spider Women, and it's Ezekiel dude who's supposed to go back in time to try to kill Ben Parker, Peter's father, whatever his name is, so that Peter Parker is not born. Since when is Spider-Man the go-to all of like stopping all villains, and you have to stop him in the past so he cannot come and like ruin everybody's day in the future. I mean, maybe they can make it work. Maybe they can't. I don't know. I mean, at least they got costumes. That's a great thing. But the thing is like, if they really wanted to make this Spider-Man less universe, then you're gonna have to bring in a spider person. Venom is not that. Going with the whole Madam Web and the Spider Woman thing was a good route, but we really don't want to see no team up movie. I'm getting tired of team up movies. So they could have introduced a Spider Woman movie all on her own and her own villain, and that could have worked. But now they are being combined to this whole Miss Marvel type, not Miss Marvel, but like the Marvels type thing. And after this, I can't get my words out. The Marvels, don't nobody care now for like this group of like Spider Women. But it could have worked and everything. And if you were going to bring in a Spider Woman, heck, why not bring the one that popularity is rising above all the ones in the past? You bring out Spider-Gwen. The Spider Women of the past and Spider Girls, they've been around for the longest time, but nobody's been talking about them. But the moment Spider Gwen showed up in the comics and the moment she's been showing up in animation, both in a movie and a television series, people cannot stop talking about her. It would have been smart to go with her. But no, y'all messed that up. And Gwen's not even in the MCU, so you could have done something like that. Then what about Miles and everything? If Peter Parker is allowed to be in the MCU, and technically Miles has not shown up yet, but he was briefly mentioned, but not by name, they could have done something to bring him into the live action Sony verse. But no, now the MCU got their hands on him and they're gonna bring him out soon. So they brought this crap on themselves because they don't know what the world they are doing. Cause what else does Sony have? I can't even think of a Sony movie, to tell you the truth. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.